All right, here we go. And there we are. We are live. Hi, guys.
And you just got back from LA, according to the video, because you just posted that today, Stuart. Right? You just got back.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
You got that posted quick.
Right.
How do you feel now everyone can see your life and see the adventure you had? How do you feel?
Good, I guess. I hope people enjoy it. That's all I can say.
And how long is said video?
2 hours and 22 minutes.
Was there a longer edit that they could have been? You were like, I'm going to keep cutting stuff, or did you like?
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff got cut out. But I plan to do smaller breakup episodes like just Rise of Resistance or just Galaxy's Edge, just Vasquez Rocks. But those will be coming out later. So
that's exciting. Yeah, I got to. You were annoyed at yourself for not going to the Quickie Mart and stuff.
Oh yeah. That's not far into it at all.
No, I know. I know.
You haven't seen anything yet.
I've been doing other stuff. I did a focus on stuff. I was like, you went to Mario World, which Matt also went to recently, and it just amazes me. Like, does it look good, better in person on screen? Because obviously on a screen you're seeing a 2D version of the 3D, but is it really impressive in person, or what was your vibe on that?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Especially the game, like the ride itself, which is kind of like a game as well. It's really cool. It mixes like live action stuff with like augmented reality. It's really fun, but I couldn't obviously get any footage of that. So, but yeah, I mean, it was busy too. So that's the other thing.
Those lines, we've talked about that before, but you know, let's stand in a place for 2 hours to then get 12 minutes of entertainment. Yes. This is the way, as you would say. So hi, Stuart, what are we doing today?
Well, I guess we're talking about Lower Decks. And which season is the best? That's the question. We just got off season 4, so it's fresh in everybody's minds. But I want to go through and look at the other seasons and discuss it and see which one we thought was the better of the 4.
You know, we've often found through our TNG reviews and other such that what you think you remember isn't necessarily what happens, or in the way you remember it, and you can often miss those bits of art, dialogue, whatever. And so when thinking about the season, you might say, oh, this, and this. Oh, I forgot that was in season 2. Oh, that didn't exist. And it might not necessarily be as memorable, but you might realise, oh, it's a higher quality episode. So it's definitely worth a look. I think we will find out something here. So I think I have a gut reaction. I don't know if it's actually based on anything. If that makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
It does. It does. Yeah. See, I personally think like season 2, just from what I remember, season 2 might be my favorite, but we'll have to go back and look. So.
Because I liked season 1 a lot, but I think season 2 is probably better. But again, Let's do the poll though.
It's time for a poll. So welcome everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't already. You know the routine. And vote in the poll when it pops up. And super chat. We want to hear your thoughts on the seasons, specific episodes that really stand out to you. Could make the decision at the end more, a little bit more informed. So super chat in if you're able to. We'd really appreciate it. As we always do. So, but yeah, I mean, going back and talking about all Lower Decks will be fun, I'm sure. And looking forward to season 5. I mean, where is it here? There it is. Scottish Nightmare says season 5 is the best. I'm from the future. There you go.
Well, that's
to look forward to.
Excellent, Stuart. Season 5.
Yes. And there is a poll up, so go vote on it, guys. The poll is, would you rather we finish off our TNG reviews? Will you join them live or move to DS9, Voyager, TOS, or stick with TNG?
Because,
I think we should finish one before we start another, personally. But
I agree, but less of you are joining in. So if you don't want to watch it, then gotta be smarter. So let us know. Vote with your vote. I was going to vote with your wallet there, but it's more just voting with your vote.
Yeah. And we'll even do the Star Trek animated series at some point as well.
That would be very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Because these are a lot of fun. I do love the top 10s. I love the episode reviews. They're really interesting with you. Especially, getting to re-experience TNG in a fresh way in HD and big screen and 5.1 surround sound. It was a new way. But certainly they're a bit more novel early on, I think, because they're more varied. I think it ran to a style of quality, a theme of quality. I don't know, Stu. I felt like memorable ones were earlier. Overall.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think we didn't know what to expect going in, so it was interesting to see how it kind of...
Well, they're also at season 5, so most of them are done now. So, of course, the memorable ones were earlier. We've done most of them, right? That's just the nature of...
Oh, you're talking TNG. I thought you were talking about Lower Decks Group. Yeah.
No, I'm saying for our reviews, like, the most memorable ones are behind us, and which is fine. Just, There's
still a few coming out.
For sure. Yeah. But vote in the poll, guys, and subject your thoughts, comments, and questions. So, Lower Decks season 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, what's your gut reaction, and try and justify it. So I'm going to try and justify it as well.
I think, like I said, my gut reaction is season 2, just because they had found their stride. We knew what to expect. And I remember season 2 being very enjoyable with the whole Packwood thing going on. It was a nice twist to have the Packwoods be a thing. But I remember that season 2, we really were enjoying each episode, whereas season 3 and season 4 to a lesser extent, but season 3 kicked off really good, like the first 2 episodes, and then it kind of got like laggy a little bit, and we're like, these are all right. I just remember talking about that a lot during those reviews. And even season 4, like, again, started off really good, and then there was a few episodes where we're just like, okay, this is just kind of middle of the road for Lower Decks. Where I don't remember doing that for season 2, but again, that was a while ago, and I just remember that we kept praising Lower Decks in season 1 and season 2 for being really good and for setting the bar super high. So, and I seem to remember in season 1 we were like, the first episode set the bar really high, second set it a little higher, third set it a little higher, and it was hard to keep that momentum going, and at some point there had to be a little bit of a slip, and I think that really occurred in season 3 from my recollections. So that's my main point, is just the fun that is season 2. I mean, like the Packlids, you got the Mugatus, you got a whole bunch of stuff in there that are memorable moments, whereas season 1, I'm like, what the hell was in season 1? But again, we went into it not knowing what to expect with this show, and it set the bar very high from the onset. So, yeah, season 2, that's my gut reaction.
And it's funny because I'm sort of, in a sense, the reverse. Because season 1, without looking, you got Crazed Zombie first episode, you got Packlid end episode, you've got, I think Agamus was in the first season, right near the end. You've got the Western Planet, which at the end has the chirp, and you've got the reveal, the mother subplot. You got the alien ship with the goo that transforms a Cerritos class into a life form that's similar to the Farpoint alien, and some so those instincts drawn to mind. I just by process of elimination, yes, season 2 as a Mugatu probably is the Titan 3 episode. Like, I'm trying to think what else happened in 2 before I look, and 3, the first 2 really great, and the ending was really great. The middle is interesting. Hi, Hypno.
Also, season 2 gave us like the museum they visited with like the giant Spock skeleton.
Yep.
So, and there's so many Easter eggs in that one. That's another reason it really shone for me.
Yeah, so we're going to go through each season and reacquaint ourselves, discuss how it... Basically, it's like a condensed retrospective, and at the end we can decide, is season 4 the best, or which one is the best. So it's kind of a condensed retrospective, which of course which is useful when we do the season 4 rewatch retrospective. We'll remember this, and tomorrow, if we're going to do the all-new Trek, that'll be useful for this as well. So these are useful to get done right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think the Boimler clone, or the transporter clone, was in season 2 as well, if I recall correctly.
I think,
which was a nice side
yes,
story.
because we thought it was going to pay off sooner.
Yeah.
Is what my memory is.
Yeah.
Episode 1, of course, we had the Rage Zombies, introduction of everybody. Second Contact. I thought the Frenetic was absolutely fine. Most people didn't. A lot of people didn't. I think this is one of the best ones still. I still maintain this is very good. New alien race. You get to introduce the entire cast. I think this is still one of the best ones.
The ground stuff with the pig people didn't really work for me too well. I do remember them getting eaten by something and then losing all their clothes, which I didn't expect to see necessarily in a Star Trek thing. But we learned the mission of the ship, Second Contact, and there's some really good stuff in there for sure. And yeah, the zombie the rage virus thing.
They have to cut off Billips's, or not Billups, the other guy's arm or something. There's some really graphic stuff that works surprisingly well and sets the scene for what they can do. Like I say, I think this is one of the best. But I mean, they had to start strong, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is ready. Good one. Second one, Envoys. Oh yes, we were happy that Klingons are actually Klingons. General something. It's an excuse for them to go around a bizarre thing, and they find the aliens from lower decks just reappeared. The shapeshifters. That was a thing. Because it was pretended to be that. Or was it a different alien? There might be two shapeshifters, but we get to appreciate canon. They pickpocket kid, and there's the J.J. Abrams weapons at the bazaar. So a big canon use one, and shows Mariner's skills in the field, because we didn't know. We assumed she was an ensign the same age. Here she knows a general from years ago. Now obviously at DS9 they fought together. Now that makes a lot more sense. Pretty good, but I think could have been better. But still pretty strong.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Ferengi at the end as well. But I was confused that they weren't confident on giving it other uniforms. So remember the colony had their uniforms, which doesn't make sense. Now in retrospect, there's been no one else to use those uniforms ever, except the ships.
Yeah.
But still pretty strong.
Yeah, and this is also the one I think where Rutherford decides to try different things other than engineering on the ship as well. So he's bumping around from.
I don't remember if that was this one, but
I think it was.
Yep, request to transfer. Yeah, that was funny, but the fact I don't remember it was this one is odd. And that was just fun seeing different ones, and you get the baby bear and you get all that introduction. Good way of introducing the cast. So yeah, pretty strong, I'd say. But I think its lack of focus means I don't remember it as much. That's an obvious episode to remember, but the Klingon's barely in it.
Yeah, I don't remember herself. I don't remember this one that much either. So.
And that should be a cool thing. It's all over the place. They do go back to the place, which is cool. Temporal Edict is.
Well, we got some super chats.
Oh,
Chuck A, TNG fanatic, throws in $2 and says, "Thank you for the great reviews, Trekyards. You're welcome. We try." And Olivia throws in $2 and says, "Hello. Fourth season was the best."
Okay.
L means loser. So
L for Olivia, without the O, or Ivia.
Yes.
Cool. I mean, that's what we're here to be the conclusive evidence team. That's us.
Or try to.
Yes. Buffer time.
Yeah.
Buffer time was funny, showing that Boimler is actually as talented, because it was conceived he might have been the dumbass, but they're all talented. This set that up. Mariner stabs Ransom in the foot at one point, I believe.
Yes.
He stabs her in the foot.
Yes. He stabs her in the foot to prevent her from doing something stupid because he's her commanding officer, which sets up him as being a good commanding officer. So, yeah.
And they've got the crystal people, which were funny. There's some good lines, I remember. Pretty good. I mean, this is a good... Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm getting some stray audio here from a stupid ad.
Oh, weird. See, all three of these are strong concepts, but these last two aren't quite as good execution. But this is some very strong concepts, especially for crew introducing. So I think still strong, but it's not as... They haven't used canon quite as much currently. Like, it's all new stuff, which is great, but they've... But also you could argue, because they're not relying on... Look, there's Spock. It could be almost stronger in a way, because it's all original concepts. But I'd say pretty good. This one pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. I just remember the fight and the
Yeah.
Mariner being kind of sidelined. I think Ransom rips his shirt off for the first time here as well, and it's like, wow, I did not expect that again from a Star Trek thing. So
Yes. Ooh. Moist vessel. I did not remember that Mara gets promoted and goes gold. Why does she go gold? Oh, is that right at the end? Because they do a thing that solves the thing?
That's a good question. Why did she get promoted? See, I can't remember. What the hell?
I mean, I think it's because she helps. Because this is when there's her second friend, the lady friend. Who, oh no, it's the Tellarite. No, the Tellarite's this one. No, but they crawl through a ship. Is that with the captain friend or is that with?
Let's see here. I'm just taking a look, breezing through it here.
No, neither. This is one where she crawls through the ship with her mum, which is a good payoff.
Yeah, this is the mum-daughter dynamic of they're kind of at odds with each other. Yeah.
Okay, so it isn't. So there you go. I'm confused. This is not the one where the ship becomes the Farpoint alien. It just dies because the guy's an idiot. Because they're all Californias, it doesn't stick out quite as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is therefore. This is lower. This one hasn't stood out to me enough clearly.
Yeah, the ship was like terraformed or something. This one. Yeah. Okay. Again, I need to go back and rewatch all these, and I was meaning to, I just haven't got around to it yet. So
you were in Los Angeles. Okay, so that one for me is the weakest of the lot so far. In this remembering. Cupid's arrow. Mara suspicious of Borman's new girlfriend. Now this one had some fun. This one's funny. I remember this one being entertaining. Yeah,
the conspiracy around the girlfriend. She was on the Vancouver class, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
And it's first introduction to the Parliament class, which was nice.
There's a moon. Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, this was the funniest so far. This is where the moon, like, oh no, the moon's going to find the planet, but we've got to save the moon. How many people live there? Me and my wife. What? Yeah, we live there. What? And then like, F it, destroy the moon. What? You'll live. Because that's true, like negotiation, right? But in Tina, the stakes. And they steal the Trekyards at the end. Yeah, this one's good. I remember this one being. This has a lot of character. This one. I also introduced that the black guy who's then in later ones, Jet, yeah. Jet, who's great, ex-girlfriend, and we do see. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. A lot of memorable things. I just threw out loads, so yeah, this is definitely one of the better ones.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about this one because again, I don't really remember this one that much. My memory's going on me, man.
Now, is that you do remember TNG, Discovery, Picard, or is this show just not as memorable?
No. It's just my memory of episodes is kind of vague generally, until I start watching them and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I can remember what's coming up. It's just I need reminders. I just have a bad memory. Has nothing to do with the quality of the show, man.
So I'm asking.
Yeah, there's a lot of Voyager stuff I don't remember necessarily.
Jeremy, first season had too much over-the-top comedy, not unlike the Orville. Yeah, but Orville had no comedy by the end, and it was kind of boring in that regard.
That's what I think he means. It started with the first episode of Orville's just jam-packed full of the comedy, and it's ridiculous. And it dies off after a couple episodes.
Yeah, season 2 is way different tonally. But you're right.
Yeah, they find their pace.
But like, I haven't laughed that much this season 4, and I laughed already a lot in season 1, and I do miss that because that's what made it different. It's not been quite as radical as Orville, but I did like the different vibe. I don't, Yeah, this one. This one is also the introduction of Badgie. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that was his story then. Right. That's pretty famous. Annoying at the time, but I appreciate him more now because now I know he gets to die and become a sentient god creature.
Becomes Goody.
Yeah.
Goodgie, sorry.
Goodgie.
Olivia throws in $20. Thank you so much, Olivia. All 4 seasons, we have been relying on Trekyards for fun, accurate, and fair reviews about Lower Decks. Please tell Stuart that if you like the content, to hit like.
Stuart, if you like the content, you should click like.
Yes. With each like button hit, Samuel gets a piece of kibble.
Okay.
Mm.
And also, episode 6 is Badgie, not 5.
Oh, really?
I just saw him in the pictures. So 6 is
It's temporal provocations.
Is the giant koala, is the guy that's lying about everything, and then koalas, I think. Oh, maybe not. No, it's not.
Yeah, there's a character named Fletcher.
He went to the Titan, I remember that. Why was he annoying? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Goddamn. Let us know if you guys remember.
I know him. Okay. The lovable but awkward Ensign Fletcher makes work difficult for Mariner and Boimler. Roth introduces a tender holiday training program he created. Makes it difficult for them? That does not specifically bring back visuals, which is not a good sign.
Well, there's the black and white photo there with Fletcher's mysterious attacker.
Oh, he makes a robot. Does he? Is he so stupid he makes that robot then? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he makes a ball thing. He steals some tech and it becomes a thing. They have to throw it in air lockers. And it's the one with not Martok and it flings into that and it destroys or damages their ship.
Okay.
Semi-memorable.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
But I'm not a huge fan of Badgie, so. Okay, so we're sort of we're half and half, I think, for memorable and not.
Yeah.
Ah, Much Ado About Boimler. This is a good one. Boimler in Transporter. So he must go to a special resort with the Warp 10 salamanders. God love Warp 10 salamanders.
Yeah, and the Endosian, the three-legged Endosian from, which was the town of Eric's. That was, and the ship, the medical ship was cool.
Our first look at the first contact uniform, thinking that we were never going to see it again, and therefore that was going to be our big thing. And now obviously it's not like it's everywhere, which is lovely. This
is also the Captain Ramses episode,
which was huge character development for Mariner, because how the hell are they same age and she's an ensign, she's a captain.
Yeah,
giant, big.
And I loved Captain Ramses. She was great.
She was great.
And this is also the dog, Tendy's dog.
See, that's 3 good storylines right there. Yeah. That's got to be. I wouldn't say any one of them is the best, but those are 3 memorable storylines, because that's the one where the ship blows up. There's the window that's actually a window because it shatters, becomes almost space like. Yeah, this is a good one. And then they all got a phase, and it's the entire crew. And it's like, oops.
Yeah.
Orcs.
And then the space jellyfish.
Yes. The not Farpoint.
No.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It is a good one. All right. Veritas.
That's a classic. This is probably one of their best.
This is the Horn of Truth one.
Yes. But also the museum, the TOS Bird of Prey, the Vulcan ship, fighting Romulans, have black bars on their faces, Q.
Yes, the Gorn wedding. Yeah.
Just genius referencey idea with a great wraparound. And it lets...
Yeah, this is probably in my top 5.
Yeah. And also the actor that played the Gorny-esque person was famous as well. And the fact they're on trial but not really, and it shows the low people are quite important, and in this is a universe where yes, low deckers can mean something. Yeah, this is a There you go.
You got the USS Alhambra Bridge, which is just different versions of each of their characters. Boimler has wings and like fly's eyes. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a fun episode too. Yeah, this is definitely one of my faves. And of course, Q is in this on the Cerritos as well, which is always awesome. And my mouse is going to stop working. There we go. All right. Crisis Point. The first. Yes, this is the first cinematic one. She's the villain, Vindicta.
Ooh, where she's actually too graphic, but it makes way more sense, and she fights herself at the end.
Yep.
And you see... Oh yeah, the ship crashes and blows up, and really poignant, and turning a silly episode into a giant one. Oh, I don't remember a lot of the small stuff. Because they've been aboard and they fight, and she kills all the crew, and it was really horrible.
Yeah, I remember that you had a real issue with that.
Yeah.
Um,
And Tendi, which actually makes more sense now, Tendi being like, oh, we're not all pirates. Like, dude,
yeah.
you're literally one of the top tier people.
I think this is another one of my favorite episodes.
Well, the bit...
I love seeing the holodeck used to do like a movie type deal. That's cool.
I think the two mariners make this one of my favourites, because that was so well handled. That specifically. Yeah. And because she is the one fighting the good her, who's actually Starfleet, and the good her is talking about the captain, but because she has the basic memories of the other one, she's able to express how evil Mariner, who's actually our hero, feels to her, make her realise, and then the thing blows up and kills the mum, but not really. And very clever, very, very clever way of doing this.
This is also the one where the Cerritos like crashes on the planet.
Star Trek Beyond, like.
Yeah.
Was it a bird of prey they're in? Oh, and also they fly around on the.
Yeah, bird of prey.
Yeah, they fly around on the stupid tour for 20 seconds about the ship. Yeah, this is one of their...
That's a bad thing.
Yeah. No, this is one of their best, just for...
Yeah.
I mean, not their best written, but I think it's a concept well executed better than a lot of them are. So that's strong as well. And then, of course, Packlet episode, which is phenomenal. Both in that instantly we get Packlet ships, we get California class being destroyed in the first scene, we get Titan at the end, we get Landru, which is great.
And the first, you see Kirk and Spock as the actual animated series characters.
Peanut Hamper, that's in this as well. Giant plot point. Everyone knows Marin as the mother, which is a big reveal there. And then a giant fight FU with all Packlids. Yeah, this is really good. This one is really, really good. There's
another Rival of the Titan, which we absolutely loved.
It's one of the
And then it ends with Cerritos and Space Dock getting repaired.
Not those nacelles like the E. Don't go sovereignty, she says.
Yes. Yeah.
See, having now all 10, this is my favourite. Thinking, like, looking at just like all 10, instantly I'm like, this is the best one of the 10. What do you think?
Yeah, just for the inclusion of Riker and Shax dies in this one as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He dies. Yep. Well, he goes to the Black Mountain before he comes back. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is probably the best one of the season 1.
So for me, episode 1 is really strong, 2 is pretty good, 3 is less good, 4, 5. So there's basically 5 really good ones, 2 good ones, and 3 less memorable. Sort of roughly, so 5-ish that are like, that's good.
Yeah, like half the season.
That's a pretty good batting average, to be 5 like really good.
Yep.
And only 2 that are a bit, yeah. That's pretty good, I think.
And Scottish Nightmare says, the actual Titan as well, not the weird Picard one. Yeah. Guys, chime in about these episodes as we're discussing them, though. We want to hear your thoughts. Or anything you remember that we might not mention, please let us know.
Obviously, super chat your thoughts, comments, questions, too.
To Trekyards@hotmail.com.
All that.
Oh, yeah, okay. So now we're getting into season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one is the strange energy where Ransom becomes this huge god and tries to eat the Cerritos like a burger. Also got the introduction of Cetacean Ops. Great to see visualized finally.
No pictures, thanks, Memory Alpha. Yeah, but no pictures on your.
Looking at that.
That doesn't help at all, does it? I'm going to have to go back to my actual video source and just scroll, because that is not helpful.
Is this the return of Shax in this one, or is that the next one?
Well, I assume Kayshawn has to come back first.
Yeah, Kayshawn does have to come in. Yeah. Yeah, the biggest thing for me remembering in this one was the giant ransom trying to eat the ship.
And explicitly it's Gary 7 and using that and saying, oh, look, it's Gary 7 again. With exotic particles. Alright. Oh, yes. Oh, no. So this one starts off with that Cardassian holo escape. Which
that's great. Yes.
Because she's pissed at Boimler for being in Titan, which you were absolutely just coming all over. I mean, you were having multiple orgasms constantly.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Because they're taking Miranda, and there's loads of ships, and there's... Yeah, that was really good. And the Reliant Bridge. And then she's actually friendly with her mum, which makes Ransom confused. Planet of yellow face people. Exotic energy. A phaser fight that's weird. Kicks him in the nuts. Weird. Kicks him in the nuts. And they say we shouldn't be friends all the time, Mariner, because if we're friends all the time, we can't get stuff done. So let's be slightly less friendly. Okay, now get to work, you dumbass. Okay. And then we cut and end to Boimler with Titan thinking, yes, the ugly Titan stuff this season. They totally are. Because it'll be a giant package, so it'll be great.
Nah.
Half great, half not amazing. This one.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then Kayshawn with
his eyes open.
With the everything in the store cupboard episode. Oh, the Sonic shower joke. I can take more Sonic than you can.
Yeah. Again, yeah, we got Titan crew in this one.
Doing a kick-ass firefight.
This is the museum one.
Yes.
Collector.
And the transporter clone, because that's his last mission. And he goes back, so it was 2 episodes it was resolved, which was very sad. But great to see the Titan. Like, properly, loads of rooms, 2 Boimlers. Riker's actually good in this, he's not just gimmicky, he's actually a character.
This is the one where Kayshawn becomes a puppet.
I think the structure this is definitely one of their better ones. This is crammed full of good stuff. I don't
also, sweet corn. Rank pip thing.
That we might have been the cause of them noticing, because we kept pointing it out. Yeah, this is definitely one of the best ones, I think. Not so much for quality of actual episode itself, but it's better than some... I'm scrolling, there's so many parts to it that are excellent. I think combined it works, even though it's not necessarily the best story or the best delivery, but there's so many good ideas that work well that it works better.
Yeah.
And Giant Spock is obviously ridiculous.
But a nice tie-in to the animated series. Okay. Next up we've got, we'll always have Tom Paris. Of course, this is the return of Tom Paris, as always a plate initially. What else? Oh, yes, and the doctor's scratching post. Mariner and Tendi have to take care of that. Yeah.
That's not that exciting, is it, really?
No, but it's fun to see those two doing their thing. We get the introduction to Tendi being the mistress of the Winter Constellation, or like, what the hell is that? That gets paid off later, so that's good.
And is that also where she's like, oh yeah, Tendi, what's my first name? You're not really friends, are we? Because you don't know my first name. Devana. You idiot. I think that's this one.
Yeah. Yep. It is. It's also Return of Shax.
Oh, that's a good story. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he walks by at the start and is like, oh, and Jen, first Jen. Yeah,
First gen or next gen?
Bikini Jen, that's what I prefer. Yeah, the plate, Paris. Things Paris is barely in it. I'm not even considering Paris is in it because he really isn't. Sorry.
Yeah, he shows up at the end, but that's okay.
Dumb Jut, they play. They got Araya, sort of. That's fun. Yeah, this one is probably the first one I thought just conceptually should be better. And Paris saying, Kazon! Punches him is quite funny, but... then Mariner bumps a shuttle into the shields at full power, thinking it's going to be a heroically big thing. Boop!
Yes. Yeah.
Mediums. This is a medium. Some good ideas, but not taken far enough in the Paris or one of the other subplots.
Yeah, a lot of wasted potential, I think. But not bad.
Not bad, no. This is still a really good fun. That maybe some new ones don't have as much. But we're reminding ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And you got Mogatu, which starts with another really barbaric Mariner beating them to a pulp, which I, again, hated because it was just horrible.
Ambujitsu, yeah.
Uh-huh. Phlox's people's in it, and the bartender guys was great.
Yeah.
He was really good. Mariner's early service record, which we get into a bit. Ferengi, real Ferengi, we were happy about that. The Tellarite that's Australian that has mutton chops that doesn't know what he's doing, but he wrote a book maybe, but he was funny.
This was a Tendi and the Doctor one as well, getting to know each other a little bit.
Yep. Which is a holster for like one scene.
Yeah.
Tricord holster I loved.
And some disgusting Mugatu horn jerking.
Yeah. And then at the end it's like, you guys can make more money if you just make a theme park and do it legally. Cool.
Yeah. Nature preserve, I think.
Well, yes. Again, pretty good. Lots of good ideas. But not amazing, but lots of good ideas again.
Yeah, there's a lot of visuals in this one that stick out. Like I said, the Mugatu with the horn. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Duplers.
Duplers, yeah. The embarrassment of the Duplers.
This one shouldn't be great, but I think it is. We get the new starbase. Excellent idea for an alien, which is really creative. The miniatures of the Cerritos, which works. The dress uniforms, the first contact uniforms, the dude with the bath soap for Data.
This is the Gorn corn dog guy.
Is that Kurtzman, according to you?
It is. And the Kirk and Spock bar. Get the DS9 model kit. You get a whole bunch of stuff in this one. This one's a really fun one, actually.
Hey, Shelby, who we now know becomes Admiral and gets maybe killed or maybe not by a Borg. Brought back here first, you know?
Yep. And also, what the hell's his name? From Prodigy.
Oh, yeah, O'Connor.
Yeah, O'Connor, yeah.
The never speaking. And I remember they had to change... One of the two teams had to change their model of him because in one of the shows they invented white hair. So on eye patch, the other one had to do it. So it wasn't Della's idea, was it? It was just, no, he has an eye patch now. Well, shit.
And also the different dress uniforms. The Cerritos, the California class has a unique dress uniform.
Showing their own internal canon. Yeah, this one I think stands out really well. Well, the fact that she tries to murder all the senior best officers in the bar after is kind of sucky. You know, putting the Duplers to crush people to death.
Yeah.
Not a good play there, Carol. And they can tell you where they've been from, so you're going to get caught really quickly. But you know, you're not that smart yet. But this one structurally is a very smart episode with a lot of good stuff. It's a very good Boimler and Mariner together episode, and throws in references everywhere, but not in an obnoxious way. Yeah, this one's one of the better ones, I think.
Yeah. The pictures on the wall in the bar were fantastic. Again, it's kind of like the museum, just Easter egg overload. This is a memorable one for sure. Yeah.
But I think structurally it's one of the best ones.
I think it's probably up there in my top 10 somewhere.
Probably. Well, we've only gone through 15, so I'd probably say top 5 for me. I think. Just for good use of things.
Yeah. This is also the beta shift episode where we get the Cation that's on beta shift, Jen, the other guys. Let's see. Rumdar.
This is Rumdar? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Rumdar! It's now my favourite episode.
Wearing the hat and the t-shirt.
Love Rumdar. Yeah, that's great. That is great. And then you realise that the... Wait, no, it's not. I'm scrolling.
Are you on this? I'm on the next episode already.
Oh, that's...
The Spy Humongous. Because we already talked about
Well,
that
yeah,
one
but
being in our top favorites.
I was looking at the chat, see if you had things to say.
Nobody's saying anything in the chat.
I know,
so...
say stuff, guys. We're here to have a conversation with you guys.
Yeah, we're not just hanging out and chatting about the episodes with each other. We want you guys to participate. Anything you remember, anything you want us to talk about, let us know.
Okay, this is one of my favourite ones again. This is such a good idea. Into his D-Bridge, the Boimler, all the Packard stuff is great. Yeah, this is one of the best ones, I think.
This is also the Enterprise D-Bridge with Captain Boimler. The grey hair. That's great.
Which someone did a comparison, and I did sense it at the time, but they did basically mirror those exact shots when he was acting Captain, because obviously that's what he trained to do. So,
yeah,
which I could sense. Yeah, and Rumdar is genius. The fact that he frees himself to not death, but because it doesn't kill Packard, it's fine.
Yeah,
and he's such a dumb spy. He can't even spy properly.
That's the point.
And then he's your king, your emperor, your whatever. That's great. And this one for me, I stared at the space shots a lot because this is the best views of the Packard warship, which we then recreated for Trek shorts. So I know those shots really well because I stared at them a lot.
I stared at Tendi almost with nothing on, covered in goo a lot.
This one's very memorable, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
Is it so memorable that Petra Farms remembers?
Petra's Farm remembers everything.
Everything. No, this one's definitely, I think, one of the cleverest episodes. And the fact that they should turn Packard Planet, which you would think would be a concept that you can't do well, or be a letdown, original, creative, clever, funny, interesting. Yeah, this is one of their best. Top 5, top 6, I think. So we're at 16, I'd say this is easily top 6.
Plus, this is the one with Armis at the end.
Was it Armis at the end?
Yeah, Armis is at the end because Mariner has the jewel.
Oh, Armis! Sorry, I was thinking Agamus. Sorry. I was like, he didn't appear as well, did he? God damn it. No. We know so much, but there's so many similar names. Aramis, yes. That's great. Which is...
Yeah, Stanley's... We need to rewatch the previous seasons, too. I gotta go back and watch them, because these are bringing back good memories.
Well, that's the thing. We've skipped past the ones that don't, and this is very strong. So already season 2, we've said a couple that are really strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's really, really great. 7... Where pleasant fountains lie. Oh, ripped chief engineer, 6-pack virgin, by threesome dragon ship. I can keep saying words that all fit this episode. So.
Yeah, this is the Agamus episode. This is where we get introduced to Agamus as well. Jeffrey Combs, evil AI computer.
And now I like him more because he's had a good payoff to it, which is what setups and payoffs are. No, this was fun. This was sillier, obviously, but this was how you can take an animated show and do it in a really fun way. But I'm struggling to remember sort of the A plot, and if the engineer is the A plot, my brain says that's not enough. Does that make sense?
It is. Yeah, the A plot is the engineer storyline with his family. And then the Mariner and Boimler. I forget where they're going or what they're doing, but they're pretty in a rough place. And then
black licorice, yeah. Black licorice. It's all it makes. It's all the replicator makes.
Oh good God, yeah.
Okay, so I believe they're just taking him back to Starfleet, and they get hit by a thing, and they crash. God, that ship, and everyone's like, sleep with me, and there's a dragon, and then Agamus convinces Boimler to go rogue, but that's a trick.
Yeah.
And then there's a ship at the end, which is something, but not quite.
S1 Noir says, what stood out to me were the Pakled Royal Wheat Guards, which were hilariously too impressive for being Pakleds. Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of gold on Pakled.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about that. And at the end, of course, this episode, the runabout, which was a really cool, and it has a slightly different design as well, which they haven't brought back properly. So they built that set just for that. And again, this season had a lot of first contact officers coming in and out, which is great, keeping it in the canon. But again, this one doesn't sing as wow to me. It sings as some good ideas, maybe drawn out a bit too much or too simplified. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the only thing that really stands out for me for this one is the introduction of Agamus. And, of course, the dragon ship thing. Those people.
Those are the two plots, yeah.
Yeah. But, it's all the small things that are in it that don't ring a bell. Like, I don't remember why they were they taking Agamus to the Daystroms?
Yeah.
And that's what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
Clever, but not necessarily hard hitting. I think this one.
That's fair.
Ike Streeters. Now this one's us. This one was like, Stuart, you should just pick a weekend to go to an event, right? You pick a random weekend, and we'll definitely won't have 20 episodes to make. No. Yes.
What the hell is this one? This is
holodecks, micro holodecks. Where they go Borg and they go Mirror.
Universe.
This one's great. Wrath of Khan, flawlessly done. Yeah, this one's very good. Oh, and the orgy. Famous orgy where Jen and... Yeah. Oh, and the high ranks go low deck for a bit, which is quite cute.
Oh, yeah. Yes, okay, now I remember. Yeah, the micro holodeck thing was great. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God, and Borg Queen as Krieg back for the first time out of the two. Low decks as at first, huzzah, and she was good. And not just that, they also surf a crystal entity, which is also kind of crazy. Yeah, this one's really solid. I think a lot of it is the small dialogue that we're forgetting, but really good structure of scenes and just creativity and fun and and the ethical dilemma of, okay, this Klingon wants to die, but it doesn't. But he's what's ethical? Shoot him, don't shoot him, stab him. Yes. Yeah, this is great. This is one of the best ones too.
And Boimler getting like 100% on his thing because he just kept going at it and taught the Borg empathy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's definitely top 5 probably, just for use of canon in a very clever way.
Yeah. Oh.
And then the big one.
Got the best of the series probably.
Very possibly. A tri-story. Yeah.
Introduction of T'Lyn. Get the lower decks of the Vulcans and the Klingons.
Mm-hmm. And successfully as well.
Yes.
Actually engaging.
Yeah, this is a great episode. I would say this is probably the best one for me.
That's what my gut says too, because it was successfully did 3 sub-episodes and a main episode and a payoff at the end that felt big and satisfying and a season payoff which felt big and satisfying.
This is also Boimler line saying he was from Hawaii, so he could blend in with Ransom.
Yes, the joke that I said to the Lower Decks team after the season, they didn't get it. And it was like, oh, that was awkward. Guys, no one went my joke. It's your season. Get the joke.
To be fair, they got a lot on their minds.
Yeah. They were dealing with Peanut Hamper's 3rd season appearance where they're like, oh god, everyone's gonna either love it or hate it and we don't know which. No, this one is just top tier. Just because also the writing is so special. And then, to have at the end fight a proper good space battle with a bird of prey, an interesting Klingon, and the Pakleds. Yeah. And then to Lynn,
when we're
she's
given
so annoying,
cadet
she must be thrown out.
Yeah, Boimler giving the cadet advice at the end, and Ransom's like, Boimler's a good kid. Yeah.
Yeah. And just a good space battle, because they haven't really done one yet.
Don't forget Shax. Fighting whatever is a full-time job.
Mm-hmm. And the red alarm.
Red alarm.
And then we need a second bomb. What do you mean? Well, we used the bomb. It didn't recharge. Oh, it's a bomb. You get one. God damn it. No, this is their best.
Yeah.
And clearly a good season, because we're saying this a lot. First contact. Okay. The not Excelsior, where the Cerritos gets to be the boss and save them from and the whales and stripping.
This is one of the this is the season that I think did the season arc the best with the Packlids. So maybe that's another reason I really like season 2 going into this. But yeah, good distribution of Packlid stuff throughout the season. Unlike this last season with the mystery ship.
Yes, not enough Titan, but in respect they were never going to go Titan, so it was bad of them to go to expectations. But yeah, this one's just so strong because it lets you appreciate the old low deckers, to strip the ship, see the captain's yacht.
And this also had the ending with the credits of the Borg ship for the Borg lower decks.
And not just that, Packard Planet, the cliffhanger. The oversized Nova Warps in with a terrible window arrangement. Packard Planet's destroyed, which is a ridiculous payoff. And it was definitely Freeman. Cliffhanger, an amazing note. I remember the feeling. I was like, what? Yeah. So straight away, this is better than season 1. Just from that look at both 10, right? There are more excellent ones overall.
Well, don't forget, there's still one more episode to go. Episode 10, First Contact.
Oh, I did that one. That's what I just did. Oh, I was talking about that one. I already summarised that one, Stuart.
By saying what? What happened?
All the stuff. They have this other Excelsior. They have the stripping the ship at the end. They have Destruction of Packard Planet. Where were you? We just talked about it for 10 minutes.
Went through that.
The 2 whales. Yeah. Yeah, Wage Douche really did. What do you think of episode 10 then?
I guess it's good. Yes, the strip ship and stuff is really cool to see. It's also the manual joystick and the ejection of the view screen.
Yeah, that too, yeah. That's another great idea. Manual steering column returns, the epic return.
And the Mariner and Jen storyline, where they get together.
Yeah, this is also very, very good. So like I said, season 2, more good episodes. From that go through, more very good episodes as well. Wage Douche, First Contact, Duplers. I mean, those 3, and I Excretus. The last 3, God, the last 3, and Spy. No, 5. 5 of them are excellent, genuinely excellent, and then the other ones are varying degrees of good and great.
Yes.
Oof.
So far, I think season 2 is better than season 1.
That's more good ones for sure. And just Rumdar, man. 10 points Rumdar. Okay, so controversially or conclusively, 2 is better than 1.
Yes.
Season 3. Now this is where my memory starts to go, huh?
This is all the Texas class and
but
Admiral
also,
Buen Amigo.
This is the first season we had a weekly trek, actually weekly. The previous one we had breaks, so we had time to reset. We just finished Picard or Prodigy or Discovery, now onto this, so it was very much the next week. So that's partially why I think I don't remember it as much, because it was just filled with stuff.
Yeah.
That must be part of it. Okay, first episode.
Grounded. Yes, this is starts out with Mariner and her dad getting in a bit of a fight. She breaks a plant. Brad Boimler is back on his raisin vineyard and totally oblivious to Rutherford and Tendi are out. Rutherford and Tending. And then we get the old crotchety guy at the was it a transporter?
Yeah, it was a Earth transporter complex. His Voyager uniform and everything, which was great to see. His vintage collection of transporter pads, which is great.
Bozeman, Montana, the attraction to go in the Phoenix and go to work with a holographic Zephyr from Cochrane, which was fantastic as well.
So we can do animation, bring back the original Pioneer.
Yep, Mariner steals the Cerritos. Star Trek 3 vibes. We get the flashback scene of how at the end just trust the system. Trust the system. I'm not going to trust the system. Sure enough, trust the system is what the answer was. Because her mom gets freed, thanks to Captain Bateson and some undercovers. Discovering the truth. Yeah. It was a fun one. I really enjoyed this one because of the Zephyr from Cochrane and just everything about it was actually really good. Bringing in Bateson at the end. Oh my god, just for like a split scene, but you know who the hell it is.
Canonizes him as being alive, well, and doing things.
Yeah. I love seeing the stripped Cerritos. We need a model of that at some point. I forget the kid's name that was like afraid to fly.
Oh, Gavin.
Gavin, yes. Will Gavin be introduced again? I hope so.
Yeah, bring back Gavin. I mean, they have a good. They generally make very good side characters in Lower Deck because they have a penchant for it. This one though, instantly I've got this big memory of this was going to be more than one part. It was so epic an idea, and they resolved it. And it felt not underwhelming, but they could have had an incredible two-parter of Mariner going into unknown space, taking the Cerritos that screwed, Star Trek 3ing it, not back to status quo. Oh, wait, back to status quo. Oh. Oh, okay. Yep. I waited a year for that resolution? Huh.
Yeah, it was building up to be something really epic, and then it's just like, hey, it's all resolved now. Let's move on with the season now.
Because it's cool. Epicness, and then, oh. But it is epic, because this is definitely one of the best ones, because there's a lot of good stuff here. Like, a lot of good stuff here. But it could have been like this Season 3 Enterprise, like, wow, a 3-part epic story, and it just really wasn't. So, surprising.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to end the poll, though. Super chat your thoughts on Season 1 and 2. We need a few more super chats, many more, or a whole load more. Up to you guys. Like 5 5s would be awesome. So I asked, would you rather we finish off our TNG reviews? Will you join them live or move to DS9, Voyager, TOS, and TNG? And 70% of you wonderful audience had to stick with TNG. That is a rousing statement. DS9 is the winner, though, at 13% of the second place winner, I mean. And TOS and Voyager joint 9%. So pretty right there with it.
Yep. I guess we'll be doing those.
We can do another poll then.
That's okay. So yeah, we're going to get into Season 3 and then 4, which we just relived Season 4, but we'll go through it again. But yeah, it looks like Season 2 is the winner thus far. What are your thoughts on it, guys? Season 1 and Season 2, anything you want to point out that we missed or that we glazed over? By all means, super chat in. We do read them all and make a point of discussing it. So it's your turn, your chance to be part of the conversation. All right, hit the like button too, guys. 34 likes. I want to get 50 if we can. Do all the things to help.
So I was a little bit of typing creatively this poll.
That's fine. That's fine. Just don't want to talk and like interrupt your thought process.
No, it's good. It's fine. It's all good. You can start number 2 if you want.
Ah, yes. This is the least dangerous game with Batleth and Bahunch.
What?
The board game with Martok.
Oh.
Dungeons and Dragons, but Klingon style. Love Boimler dressed up. This is also the orbital lift episode with Ransom and Mariner. Mariner's pushing Ransom's buttons, or trying not to, actually, in this one. Let's see. This is also the one where Rutherford and... So Rutherford and... No, Boimler stays on the ship. Oh, yeah. Rutherford meets that big hunter guy that hunts him throughout the ship. Can't remember his name. And Rutherford and Billups are down on the planet. They kind of swapped roles with Mariner and Ransom so that they could fix the orbital lift. And Mariner goes to try to break the rules, and then just last minute, she actually does an orbital skydive to save everybody down below, and gets called back by Ransom. So she lands back on the thing, climbs all the way up, and learns that she should be listening to her commander. Yeah. But I do love the alien hunter guy.
Alright, so that took a little bit of thinking. I hope it makes sense.
Let me see. Is the season better in your opinion if has several A episodes and CD quality, has one A and mostly BC quality, has BC grade quality plus 2 3D, or 2 or 3D up in quality, 10 episodes of C plus quality?
So what is best for you as the audience if it's a couple of really amazing ones and then lots of mediocre, almost all pretty good, or some good and some bad? Like, what, if there's like one just genius episode, does that mean the season can have some real stinkers, or would you rather have mostly pretty good? Any sort of thoughts on that for you personally, Stuart?
I prefer like a couple of A's and then some BCs. I don't need like straight C's like an average. I think that's what season 3 really was for me, and I didn't really enjoy it that much as a whole, but it's kind of my thought.
Because I mean, you'd like to think a season could be all A's and B's. What's stopping you? You know what I mean? But you're gonna have heavy hitters and not. I'd like to certainly have each season one like that's genius, like Way to Douche, like that you just knocked it out of the park for one. But I think I'd rather have one absolute, you've just made cinematic television, a lot of B's and like say 2 or 3 stinkers. Like, okay, a third can be some can be ruining it, and then one just legendary. Because it is that not TNG season 7? Lots of season B's. Like, okay, yep, it's good. But if you're not excited by it, I feel like you can always forgive a shitty episode because like, well, yeah, there's other good episodes. There's other good ones. I don't know. I feel like that might be able to get away with it more.
Yeah, I prefer at least 3 or 4 good episodes, like really fantastic ones, and then the rest can kind of.
Yeah, you're saying you'll accept some stink as long as you get some genius.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
And there should be some genius. No, this one's good. This one's missed opportunity with Martok, but I'm always going to say that. The elevator was funny and clever. That was good.
Yeah, I love Rutherford and Billups screwing up on the planet.
Yep.
And the hunt on the ship with Boimler was friggin' hilarious. Really liked that bag. I can't remember his name. It had a really cool name too. Goddamn.
Captain Veld. No, that's.
While you're looking for that, and then Mariner thinking she needs to go rescue Rutherford and Billups for their screw up.
Crunch.
Crunch. Yes, Crunch. That's right. Yeah, okay. Mariner thinking she needs to just disengage from Ransom and go orbital skydive down, help them out, and then he ends up calling her, and she hoofs it all the way back and then does it again. Yeah.
In a very Star Trek Beyond / Generations skydive, of course. Yeah, this one's pretty fun, but again, I'm just left by wanting more Martok and that to be satisfying. Hypno, what if your TNG reviews were like 3 episodes at a time? That way we can go faster and review other shows. I mean, that'd be a lot for us to watch before live. That'd be 2.5 hours. 2 hours of stuff, and then try and remember all those scenes, and you have to take like 10,000 screen caps, and they can only give each one like 30 minutes, so you wouldn't be able to scene by scene. But then what if one episode takes all the time? Because that's the thing, some episodes are really worth a discussion, some aren't.
Yeah.
They have to be 3-hour reviews then, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel a bit sorry for the episodes though, because we've given all the other ones a full attention. It's like, no one cares, we'll just do 2 at a time. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But this one's pretty good. Mining the... now this one was a funnier one. This is where for me, this is memorable because we get to see the hood again. And Mariner fancies Jen for realsies. That's what memorable about this one for me that makes it stand out as being, yes, this one's cool.
For me, it's the TOS motorcycle.
Ah, yes.
Or hover bike, whatever. And the Klingons with batleths, the clowns.
Clownleths.
Yeah. And also, this is Delta Shift they were competing with. And turns out that Delta Shift actually looks up to them.
No, it was a different ship.
Oh, different ship. Yeah.
Because they're like, we hate you because you're famous. You're the most famous California class. And they think that they hate them because they're trying to beat them. They're trying to, because they do things. They saved the ship last time. They saved the... Like, oh yeah, the show is making waves in the continuity.
And then the young captain and Freeman going off about the whole gift giving thing. Yeah. Just people's dreams coming to life. Oh my god. Or nightmares, I guess. Let's see.
And you had Steven Stevens gets made to stone, then shatters and dies. Again. It was like, let's bully Stevens. Him and his famous moustache. And obviously Leah Brahms back for the first time as well, randomly.
Yes, that's right.
Great. And something else I was going to say. Let me scroll. This one's a mixed bag of good and great.
Yeah, this one I remember enjoying, but not being super overly excited about at the end of it.
I remember that the clowns and such weren't as stupid as they could have been, so I was pleased with that. Yeah, I remember the twist was great. That they're working with the people to mess around and stuff like that was good. Mixed Mo and Tendi have a plot. That was not good. Jen in a bikini is great. Oh, the young whippersnapper, well, for you old guard, you must do this. No, for you young people. No, experience. New, but... No, that's funny.
Yep. Captain versus captain.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's... I think this one could have been a lot better than it was. It had some memorable moments, like you said, Leah Brahms coming back and stuff, but overall, I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, it's good, but not quite hitting on all cylinders, even though there's a lot of good stuff. I think part of it also is that it's on a generic desert planet. So therefore all the visuals are just... desert planet.
Yeah.
Whereas other ones... like the one on the space station, like that's a lot of really cool visuals. You know, being in the shop, being in the river bit, being in the bar, a lot of great locations. Just chasm. Episode 4 though, the memory alpha shows her getting high. Oh yes, the masks, the repercussions of masks, and they have to let the engineering team off on a holiday. And the sex black and white murder spree bit. The engineer's trying to engineer out of a problem.
Oh yeah, this is the spa retreat.
This is the spa retreat. And then Delta Shift. Who now we know better. Well, it's not the same people?
It is.
It's two of the same people, the ladies, not... They're not Tendi, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, this is where they're trying to vie for quarters, so they got to get to the computer to set it up so they get the good quarters. And you can deflect your control room with the zero gravity. And, yeah. What was the spa thing at the end? What was the resolution of that?
Well, they engineer their way that to break the gadgets that say, oh, they're fine, because rather than getting healthy, they solve the problem of the armbands, which then makes the captain go insane, and then not even 3 sets of puppies will heal her until they work out a way of healing her with tech, and then the lady's like, destroy that, it makes my whole thing redundant. So that's pretty funny. And they decide not to get the quarters because friendship, and then they're like, dude, we could all stay there together, it could be a bunk bed and things, and you know, friendship, you idiots.
Yeah.
Good, but I got less excited the more I talked about it.
Yep.
So, clearly not hitting the
things that stick out to me are the zero gravity and the one Doppler being still, there's a skeleton of a Doppler down in the lower part of the ship still.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. Other than that, the spa stuff's kind of great, considering that the person in charge of the spa ends up smoking at the end because she's so stressed out. But yeah.
Doesn't quite hit a home run, though.
Nope, it does not.
But some good ideas, just not quite. See,
yeah. And this, I think, Grounded and The Least Dangerous Game, the first 2 are good. And then we got mediocre for a while during season 3. So I remember commenting on that quite often. And I think that started with the last episode with the mines.
Again, some good stuff, and yet the overall feeling is like,
yeah. All right, what's this next one?
6.
Reflections.
The real the real Rutherford comes out.
Ooh, this is a good one. Yeah. Learn his backstory, and then you got Mariner, and this is the one with Petra, the archaeologist. Where they first meet her, and they're down doing recruitment for Starfleets.
Yeah.
And Mariner's supposed to behave herself, but ends up that's Boimler that goes off the deep end.
Far off the deep end. And the butt bugs, not brain bugs.
Yep. Yeah, but the Rutherford story was great.
Really hard hitting.
Yeah.
I mean, now certainly knowing the reveal, I'm not quite as excited by how small that was. In the grand scheme, right? Like, you don't want it to, I wouldn't want it to be giant, but we didn't even mention Buonamigo at the start, but like, yeah, villain of the season because of this, and he's the guy, but it's like, okay. In fact, it doesn't hit quite the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing them act differently was amazing. They both did act differently, which is very impressive. Delta Flyer versus Fighter, the Deredex comes in, that was really, really great.
Yep, and it ends with Petra contacting Mariner saying, hey, Starfleet's maybe not for you, come join me. It's like, damn. Yeah. The Rutherford thing sticks out. The recruitment thing was funny. Like, it had some moments, especially the cutouts of like Kirk and Spock with the no face. But yeah. This is the Rutherford story.
Well, it's less mediocre, as you said, than the other three, for sure.
Yes, it's a little bit better than the last two, for sure. Yeah. I remember really enjoying the Rutherford aspect of this one.
Yes.
It's probably got a pretty good score.
Yes. And then at the end, the shocking mind reset. Or is that the end of the season?
Mind reset.
Oh, that's season 1. That's season 1, sorry. Where he loses his memory and he has to reset with...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
That was because when Shax died.
She ripped.
His the implant got ripped out.
She then get picked up by some people and then cause him to evolve into a sentient space hologram thingy. Amazing. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Like I said, the acting of Eugene twice was excellent. And, you know, we don't often see a multi-personality story where our version is actually the fake one. He's a construct that he's choosing to be. Yes, he could have been this guy. Not to say it's fake in terms of it's a fake personality, but this is not where he was or who he was at the time. Without all the bad stuff, he could be him. But it's like, yeah, I'd rather be the other version of me, the one that is not real, but is but isn't.
Yeah. Next up is the DS9 episode. Here I'll trust nothing. This was just great because we got Quark and Kira back, and you found out that Kira and Shax they have a history of saving each other's lives. Quark is franchising now with his store, and you get Tendi with the other Orion guy who's not really a pirate, but he's pretends to be a super pirate. And turns out it's actually the reverse, whereas Tendi was the specialist. And
doesn't she fire like a brooch into a wall panel and it creates a door lock and kicks a thing into things? Whoa!
Oh, and then the B story is Mariner and Jen are hanging out with their friends. Well, Jen's friends. And
yeah, that was
Mariner
funny.
Kind of changes the way she deals with things.
She's nice for a bit, and it's weird.
Yeah, Jen's like, I didn't want you to do that. I want them to know who I'm interested in.
I dated you because you're weird. It's good. Yes.
Yeah, fun episode. This was fantastic. Just the DS9 aspect of it. Like we even said at the time, it felt more like a new DS9 episode than anything.
Which, it's funny, this time round, I'm thinking, having now, yes, it is more DS9 than Lower Decks. But now having looked at 26 in a row, this one stands out as being an achievement of Trek proportion. They managed to achieve a genuine, non-contrived return to Deep Space Nine that had a full bring back of two characters, that had a very good integration, that incorporated big character moments for other characters, and yet silly with Boimler but still fun, and had a weight to it that other ones we've now read haven't achieved in a lot of ways. You know, So this actually is a better episode, and it is just because it's a DS9, let's be honest. But the way they do it is so good that it must be in the top 10 because it is just a solid piece of Star Trek. And Quark putting the teeth in, feeling like Quark was lovely, better than you thought it could have been. So this was definitely a stronger one. Now I'm thinking back and looking.
Yeah, I think this one is going to be in my top 5 as well for all of this episodes, but again, I want to go back and rewatch all these and kind of do a score as I go and see where they kind of fall. Maybe that will be a live coming up sooner than later, our top 10 Lower Decks episodes to date.
Oh, that could be interesting. That could be interesting, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we'll have
this is a good one.
We'll have the same rough list, just how they proportion will be different, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's only 40 episodes, right? And we've already worked out at least 7 we're not going to put on the list either way.
Yeah.
You know. Interesting. Okay, so number 36, yep. And then...
Mathematically Perfect Redemption. This is the Peanut Hamper story.
See, I like this one a lot. Because what it did is very impressive. Just like the last one's DS9 episode, this is a Star Trek New Voyages adventures.
This is the Star Trek SG-1 episode.
It's a Star Trek when you remove all the Star Trek mainstay. But
This
guys,
is Peanut Hamper. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
but guys, no Super Chat in like 40 minutes. Guys, come on. Thoughts, comments, questions. This is Four Seasons Low Decks here.
Yes.
Thoughts, comments, questions.
Yeah, this is where Peanut Hamper falls in love with an avian, and it's kind of like Dances with Wolves type of deal. And turns out she's just a manipulative bitch.
That she is.
Just in it for herself, yeah, and wants to resurrect all this ancient technology on the planet to take over.
Yeah. Well, I think just to, or is it to win?
It's a bit of both, I think.
Yeah. No, this one, again, what they achieved is marvelous here. The concept, the execution, the pace is really good. The fact this new alien race is quite cool. The tech's giant. The double twist of, is Piampa really good or bad? The fall in love and have sex with the robot is interesting. It's again, it's a really interesting idea. Well done concept. It's not for everyone's cup of tea, of course. But it's probably going to be like... But it's still a stronger episode than the weak ones. It's memorable, it's interesting, it's different, it's clever, it's funny. And it is funny.
Plus the introduction of Agamus to Peanut Hamper at the end. Because they're both in the prison together.
Do they?
Yeah, that's how it ends. She gets put in the...
Oh, yeah. Shit, I was thinking of thing. Which one's this? This is 7. Yeah, let me double check. Actually, if I missed anything.
Yes, Stanley's it's the bird people one.
And Martok. Not Martok comes back. Ah, yes. Yeah, this for me, this is a good one.
It's a fun one for sure, but it's not really... Yeah, it's not going to be on my favorites list. I can't stand Peanut Hamper.
I know you can't. That is a slight issue to enjoy this episode. I will grant you that.
Yeah.
Next one, Stuart. I will let you take it away with this one.
Movie version episodes. Crisis Point Part 2. What the hell happened? Oh, this one starts with a very cinematic battle. Got the triplet Romulan commanders. And yeah, Crisis Point 2. Stepping over the black bar. I love that. Got the Carol Marcus, or at least the regular one station. And then also wireframe, or not wireframe, but like visual representation of a TOS Enterprise and the Enterprise D. Fantastic. Cannot complain about that.
And the fact that the whole thing's taken up by a continuity thread of the other Brad died. So it was 3, Stuart. He only 6 and 31 right at the end of 3. So it does make sense now why I didn't include him in 4, because it is very recent now, where I thought it was earlier than that. Yeah.
We get a little bit of Lost Era with the slime era. And then this is... And just starts making stuff up because... And what was the guy's name? The guy that fell in love with Brad Boimler.
Okay, he was great. Oh, Sulu's in this as well. Which I forgot about. Oh god, that was a great name.
It was a great name.
Nick Nack.
Nick Nack, yes.
I love you. I love you too, Nick Nack. Ooh. Okay.
The guy had the map on his back, and they got to go find this god, this all-powerful thing, and I forget what it's called as well. But it turns out that it's just the computer is trying to make stuff up, so it causes like giant talking rock creature, and inside is like the Kitty Hawk, the Wright brothers plane. Kitaya.
Not Vija.
Kitaya was the name of the thing they were after, because it's just Kitty Hawk, but with some missing letters. This also has Sulu in it at Kirk's ranch. Oh my goodness. This was a fun one. The Crisis Point, and this one also ended with the Brad Boimler becoming part of Section 31, which was nice. Hopefully that will come back at some point. But anyway, this was a fun one. I like the movie ones, and this one was enjoyable enough, to say the least.
And we had different tones on this one, so I let you go in, because I thought it was... I remember being not so strongly against it, but I remember there was so much of Brad's pulling away from the main story in his sub-arc that it took away from the fun of the main thing, versus the other previous year, which was very focused and strong. But now when you list all those things that sound fun, or of course, Sulu is like, what a waste of a reference. Just...
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you just had Quark and all these... Well, as a thing, I guess half the time they entirely waste the references, half the character references, half the time they do a really good job. They brought back the lady from TNG who spilled coffee. She was fantastic. Locarno, fantastic. Even Wesley Crusher in his scene, fantastic. And then, but Martok for a game, not fantastic. Just like little use of him. George Takei, little use of him. Like they either do it really well, like really. For me, anyway.
Yeah. I enjoyed this one, but I can't remember what I would ranked this one.
Oh, you'd have gone like 9 something, I bet you.
Probably pretty high, yeah.
Do you want me to find out?
No, it's fine. Just wonder if it was higher than the DS9 episode.
I don't think it would have been. I think you like that one best. That's what my gut says.
No,
But this one's good, but it had some really clever ideas. Like you said, a hollow program inventing as you go, and then it runs out and it's going weird and it all gets confusing, and that's great. That's a really, really great idea. That's really, really fundamentally, he starts out as a weird guy with a thing on his back and then becomes a cult leader to a thing that they're inventing as they go. Really creative stuff. He's awesome. And yeah, it's pulled away from the main story. And then we've not had a resolution yet to the Boimler arc stuff, so... I think this will play differently when you see that, right? This is it's a stepping stone, not actually a story in and of itself for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're doing a movie every other season, aren't they?
I think so.
Which makes sense.
Although the first one was in season 2, I think.
Well, we did just review it, so let's see.
I know.
I thought it was in season 1, having just reviewed it.
Could be. I'm stupid. Let's see. No, first contact. Crisis.
Yeah, season 1, end of 1. So it's every other season, which does, lets you miss it before they bring it back. Which means you're in, you're about to get one. Congrats.
Which I'm excited about.
And it'll be bigger and better, because now they've got even more assets, even more cool things. I mean, they're building up so many things in the buffer to kind of go wild with. Okay, now this one on Memory Alpha shows Freeman with her Packler documentary. That I remember. Nothing else about the episode I remember. I don't know what it's about from that alone, even though I should know.
Trusted sources. It's where the reporter comes on board.
Uh-huh.
Trying to find out what the crew thinks of Freeman. And even goes down on a second contact with
Yes.
one of the TNG planets.
Oh, yes, the drug people.
Yep.
And the pieting contest. That was funny.
And it's Bonamigo's attempt to kind of discredit the Cerritos.
That's what it is. Yep. And the Breen attack, really vicious, really cool stuff. Oh, Mariner gets sent to Starbase 40 and then leaves Starfleet, which now seems odd that she would do that, given all we've seen in Season 4, but whatever.
Yeah.
Cool space battle. Big old Breen attack, that's great. And then, the Texas comes in and saves the day.
Yep.
Hella impressive. And
good setup for the finale.
Great setup, yeah. Yeah, this one's a really strong episode, I think. Yeah, this is definitely one of the best of this season, I think, just from a structural point of view, clever use of story, clever use of old Trek.
And it ends with Mariner leaving Starbase 40 and Starfleet to hang out with the archaeologist Petra. So.
Who now we know is Admiral Picard's handy woman.
Yes.
In a sense. Yeah, this one's, and everyone blames Mariner for bad mouthing, revealing the secret, but turns out everyone else does. She's actually being the nicest, which is a great reveal.
She was saying it was a great crew. They worked well together.
Yep. instantly, this is one of the better ones of the season for me. Now I've just rewatched it. Like, it didn't strike me as that, but there's so many good bits in this.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
This is a much better part 1 to a 2-part season finale than this.
Yes. Substantially better as a part 1, part 2, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And then episode 10...
Stars at Night. This is the Texas class kerfluffle. Got Mariner and Petra doing their thing. Got Starfleet basically giving Freeman shit.
They do the who can repair it quicker race, which is fun.
Oh yeah, all the second contacts and stuff. Yeah. What else happens?
Isn't that enough?
Guess so. Mariner. Yeah, this is the episode with the Van Sitters. Yeah, the Texas class take up the Van Sitters. Great space battles at the end. I love that. And then at the end, all the California classes come in and save the day, essentially.
Yeah, celebration of the entire team. But it was very focused on its A story. And for some reason, it doesn't quite vibe as strong to me.
Yeah, just scrolling through it, it looks much better than I remember.
And then the Buenamigo reveal that he messed up Rutherford, who he invented the California give or take, which is great. The M5 variant is great. Almost destroying a space dock is great. Captain Admiral Picard reveals great. Yeah, Sovereign kicking butt's great. The finding to eject the warp core, that's great.
Yes, Shax finally gets to eject the warp core.
And literally running through the hallways. You did, Shax, let's do it together. And then, oh no, one survives and they win at the end. And
again, it ends with the Cerritos and space dock getting repaired.
Yes. And it brings all of our Cerritos characters until Lynn just appears, and no specific cliffhanger. So this is very much oh, okay. Until the end, and then who cares? It's the Badger one, which is just such underwhelming. Sorry.
It's alright. Yeah.
Top tier, but I'm not the most excited about it, even though I really should be.
It's a good finale, though.
So it is a good finale. It's always a good two-parter. It's a successful two-parter.
Yes.
They each do different things successfully. Okay, season 3 then. No exceptionals, I would say.
What about Deep Space Nine?
Yeah, that's the closest probably.
You liked the Peanut Hamper episode.
Well, as a fun one, not as a top tier.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the first, yeah, Grounded and DS9, they're the best ones. For me.
Reflections is the Rutherford story, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I think
But it's only good. It's not great.
Yeah. This is a lot more C pluses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot less Bs, a lot more, 2 As for me probably, and a lot more Cs than B, Cs, Ds. It's a lot more middle. So I think what we thought, but having gone through it, even the ones that you think should be good are like, oh, that's pretty good. I'm excited by it, which is weird. Because the first season, I was throwing out really excited bits. The ones that were good, I was like, that's a great idea, that's a great idea. Season 2, that's a really good idea. Instantly, the vibe here has been less exciting, even though they're good. That's weird, but consistent, I think.
Well, we're going into season 4 now, guys. But guys, you guys have been very quiet in the chat generally, and there's been no super chats. So let us know, guys. We want to hear your thoughts as well. That's what this is all about. That's why we like doing these. So chime in. Hit the like button if you haven't. 8 more likes, get to 50. Let's do it. Engage the channel.
Yes. And we don't have to go into so much detail. Because of course we've just done this one, so we'll do it more brief because we want to save it for the other one. But Voyager episode, great, one of the better ones. One of the better ones. now it feels very similar to the DS9 one. In terms of like going all out, I would say theme wise.
Yeah, I do like the solution though at the end where it's just an amalgamation of people, so they just like there's no moral dilemma at that point.
Yeah. So I think this is one of their best from my rewatching all of them. Yeah, I think this is yeah.
It's pretty great.
Not like one of the exceptionals, but one of the top.
Well, the Voyager stuff is what made it stand out, really.
It was integrated fully though. It's like the DS9.
Yes.
DS9's what made it stand out. Not the story, but the DS9 stuff.
But the DS9 one felt like a DS9 episode. This one didn't feel like a Voyager episode.
No, but it felt like a Endgame sequel. We learned what happened. We got real closure on the ship. So it felt like a post-Endgame movie. DS9 was like, oh, she's in charge, I guess. Like, there's only 2 of the crew. It wasn't really continuing the DS9 legacy. This was continuing the Voyager legacy.
Yeah. Hypnover says, I felt like season 3 was weaker than 1 and 2. Yes, I would say so.
Yes. Then we've got Moopy. I think was her name. Moopsy. Pretty good episode.
Yes. I'm trying to think what the other plot was, though.
Oh, promotion and room surfing.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Pretty good. Like, solid ideas. There's nothing exceptional that happens, but pretty good. And the twists are nice. The fact that Mariner's not a screw-up. The fact that that's all nice.
Yeah. Mark Lawrence though throws in $5 and says, sorry for being so quiet. I've been circling DS9.
Been appreciating the pylons. You just can't stop staring at those pylons. I get it.
This episode's fun for the Moopsy introduction and the promotions, but at the same time, it's not the best episode when you compare it to the other ones.
But it comes across though that they have now learned so much about what works and doesn't work. They can create a stronger average episode easier. Like, they're not doing misfires, they're just not hitting the stories as strong as they could do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because season 1 it was misfire or genius. This is good, but I'm not excited about it in the same way. So it's not misfire, but it's also not hitting that creative peak they could do.
Yeah.
And obviously we're just ignoring the story evil ship stuff because it doesn't matter, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not really a thing. Not really. Cradle of Exelon, which sounds like a plot I remembered, but...
This is got like 3 plots. It's got Boimler on his first being in charge of Delta Shift people. It's got the captain and Ransom screwing up the computer. And it's also got all the other lower deckers on the ship thinking that they're getting hazed. And as a result, they want to booby trap the one guy.
Oh! Yeah. I already forgot about that. Alan Moraine. So
it's
great.
like one cohesive story, but yet 3 stories. It's a really well integrated one.
Yeah, I remember my comment about it was 3 B plots.
Yeah.
But with the giant scope of a Dyson ring that also feels so small. See, this now rewatching all, this is such a high sci-fi concept, but because it's not the A plot, it feels so underbaked. It feels so surface level. But they almost felt like they had to do... It's like a season 1 Lower Decks would be, this is the new tech, we're going to involve it fully, cool. The Mariners want to break it, cool. But as they go throughout the seasons, they are integrating more canon stuff a la Alan Moraine. They feel the ability to do that, which is great. But they've done both this week. They've done a season 1 plot and a season 4 plot, but they're so different that it doesn't connect properly. Which I would say is what they've done here, or not done here.
Yeah. Stanley's NX class core looking power generators. Yes.
Yeah.
NX class era, yeah. Mm-hmm. And Ozzy throws in $2 and says, I thought she went to Starbase 80. She did.
Yeah.
I think you said Starbase 40 though at the time, so.
Oh, sorry. And she quit.
Okay. Yes.
Which works. I mean, yeah. You know. Well, does it work? If she wants to stay being an ensign, I guess there's a difference between staying in an...
80 is so shitty though.
Yeah. But she'll get a wish though. Never have to put anyone to death. Or I guess you could argue they're so stupid they might just destroy stuff by themselves. Is that Packard planet of Starfleet? Starbase 80.
I guess, yeah. Sure.
But they don't make things go.
No. They make things now. Olivia Julius, $2. Season 5, Samuel is better than Season 9, Samuel.
I'm sorry? Which one?
Season 5 of Trekyards, Samuel is better than this current season, Samuel.
Season 364. Gosh. We've done a few of these. Thanks! I do try?
You're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Don't try that hard, apparently.
Thank you for the super chats. Finally got some color showing up. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Keep it up. Because we're on to Season 4, Episode 4. Something Borrowed, Something Green. This is the Tendi returning to Orion and gets to meet her sister. Learn all about her family being one of the 5th largest syndicate families. And yes. The stupid Samuel Twain compromise episode. And the big guy that eats the plant and then requires some mist. So, yeah. It's all right. It was great learning more about Orion and Tendi's family, which comes into play later. Got the Raven class. A lot of good stuff in this. But not a very...
Yeah, it feels better in the grand scheme because you're doing a lot of great Tendi work, a lot of great canon work, both old and new. But also there's no secret source. Even though Raven's there, it doesn't quite have a secret source element. What was the other plot again? What's the non-main plot?
The Samuel
Oh yeah, that's obviously not secret source. Like, it's fine. It's cute. Yeah, I would have just preferred, honestly, they just more time on Orion and push the jokes even further. Because they had some good jokes, some good ideas, but just go even further. But this is one of those canon adding episodes that they don't do all the time. So that's certainly... It's more of a swing and hit for that. And you're addressing the whole pheromone thing and Tendi and... But yeah, only really vibing half the episode isn't a great thing. So...
Yep. It's all right. It's all right. And yeah.
And the next episode of Memory Alpha, it's not a very good thing if the shot they pick to show the episode is at warp. Can't get less informative.
Empathical fallacies. This is with the Beta Z intelligence agency on board, and it turns out that
the T'Lyn episode.
T'Lyn that is causing the problems.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just kind of all right.
Yeah, this one feels decent idea, not amazingly done.
Yeah, and the B plot is getting Boimler some time off.
Oh wow, what an exciting B plot.
Exactly, yeah. Where he thought he'd do something cool with security, and it was just...
Yeah, you've instantly desold me on this, Stuart. Like, these okay ideas with a few nice moments. And Mariner's barely in it, I remember. And there's a fun Romulan moment, but again, the distance of neutral zone's bullshit and...
Oh.
Yeah, this one's worst of this. This is me abstract. This is the least interesting of the season. No, I didn't say worst, least interesting.
Yeah.
With me looking at all 40, this one's definitely on the lower end. Not 'cause it's bad. It's just not good. Mostly.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wow. Context, man. Ferengi one, I think, is a much stronger one, though. I think this one gets props. And now, in context, they were again trying to add to canon. We did Orion, now we're doing Ferenginar. Rom, Lita, the experience, the hotel room, the negotiation, the love, maybe not love. Yeah, this one now, in retrospect, this one's stronger than a lot of the episodes. I think this is top half easily. Just for interesting things done.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Mariner's still being a tool. And her
Yes.
friend calls her out on it.
Yeah.
But yes, other than that, I think it's great. Um, hmm.
Yeah.
And poor Brad, his little B plot of wanting to do all the things, and
All
then
the
doing
things.
nothing,
None of the
and
things.
sucked into the TV. Yeah.
But kind of great, though. I think this one's good.
Yeah, it's good for me. It's not a great one for me.
But I mean, it's not medium. It's better than medium, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Like the things that stand out are the experience and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
is really nice to see. So.
Well, they could have made it a bit funny, but then I say that, but they had Ferengi and Vulcan costume. That's incredible. That's really, really, really funny.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're back to the Badgie episode, which is the oddly, let's just finish all of our AI arcs in one. Yeah?
It's all right. I expected more out of Peanut Hamper and Agamus, honestly. The Badgie, I think, was resolved really nicely with the split for Goodgie and Badgie, and then. But
The binars.
the Agamus and Peanut Hamper romance is interesting enough, but
letting Agmus destroy a planet and not stop them is ridiculous. This feels very low Dexian. Now I'm remembering it in context. This is very much their show, and it has a lot of canon. Daystrom, the Exocomp facility, a lot of fun things, but none of the jokes I think are hard enough. Except I say that, but of course he becomes a sentient triangle in the end that meets the, like, that's as far as you can go, right?
yes, great quality. The Ascension.
Yes.
The next plane of existence.
And at the end we learn twist that it's barely a twist. Like, oh, okay. The thing that fans said from episode 1 is true. And we said no because it looks silly. And I saw someone do a Facebook post about how, oh look, if you compare side by side the beam out and of Mariner in the next episode and the beam, they look the same. And I'm like, huh. I disagree, sir.
So we're what? 7 episodes into season 4, and we have not yet mentioned the mystery ship. That says something right there.
Yes.
Because in season 2, we were mentioning the Packlids quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Oh, then caves. This is a fun episode as well. Just all the different cave stories. And their focus on friendship.
Friendship. Oh.
Yeah. Not much else to say about that one. Like, let's be honest. The Vidians coming back was cool, I guess, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's a cheap, simple episode that's very low decks. Right? Like, it doesn't
With a
reach
few
20
great-
stars, but it's fun.
Yeah, with a few great story ideas in it. That almost seemed to me like they were ideas that could have been full episodes, and they didn't have enough to flesh it out. So just like, let's just combine those and put them in this episode. Because the cave with the growing older thing was kind of a neat idea. There was a few good ideas here, but it's all right. It's a fun episode.
But certainly isn't rising to the top of a list that we're generating in our brains.
No.
But it's not trying to be either, right? This is not an ambitious episode. It's a silly, fun one, which is great. But it's not going to get, this one's happy to be a C+. And that's
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
And that's okay. Really, absolutely okay. Okay. Part 1 of the epic season part 2 finale.
Oh, Jesus Christ, the inner fight.
This looks so much worse now reviewing all 40 in one live. Not because it's bad, but because it doesn't really work fully.
Now, the coolest thing about this is the Star Wars aspect of it. Honestly,
Star Wars ones?
yeah, the Star Wars planet they go to, they meet the Imperials pretty much. Yeah, and of course the Mariner reveal of why she's the way she is because of Ceto, and the fact that it ties into Lower Decks TNG episode. That's cool.
Yeah, but compared to the last season one with Buen Amigo, and the whole thing is very focused, you have this giant plot around the stars, all this cool stuff. This is just, they meander a bit, bump into the thing, and then fight on a planet. It's super not as good.
Yeah, and then Locarno reveal at the very, very end. Yeah.
Like, if this had been episode 4...
Yes. No, I agree with that, yeah.
A lot of good stuff in this. If you're building up to something, but not as a 2-part. So this is the reverse. This is the reverse best of both worlds. This is part 2. Like, oh, is that it? Then you get part 1, which is epic and sets up. This is the reverse.
It's a good way to call it, yeah.
If this had been mid-season finale, it'd be great. This would have been a really good season. If it, I mean, there was a good season, but if this had been like Locarno, end of the half season, bosh, there we go. And also Mariner's learning herself would have been quicker as well, which I think might have been a better thing.
Would have been great for episode like 4, and then in episode 5, Locarno dies. We think. He comes back in like episode 8 or 9.
Oh, that's
as
nice.
Like something like that would have worked better, I think. But anyway.
And then episode 10, which we just reviewed, is epic. It's now, having done all 40, it's the most crammed, jam-packed episode they've ever done. And that's compared to movie ones. Like, there's new stuff every scene. There's big stuff, bold stuff. Yeah, this one's big. But really good use for guest star. Good space battles. Good use of the Genesis and the other one. This is them having a lot of fun, but also going full canon with it. Yeah, this is definitely one of the better ones. Not because the story's great, because it's not.
Yeah.
But because the roller coaster of it is so good. And the pace is actually pretty good for such a bold episode.
Pacing I thought was really good, and I really enjoyed the music in this one. Music was a real standout. The ending's a little bit, with Tendi, it's like, it's not going to last long. But
yeah,
I wish there was a stinger at the end. Yep. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, that's just kind of where it's at.
And that's the fact that was it. That's all we had to say about it. And we're not rushing. That was all we had to say. Fascinating.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, season 2 is the best.
In conclusion, season 2 is the best. Yes, I think that's go. Okay, now. Oh well, let's do that final poll. Let's have a read out the poll results. I'll do the new one.
Is the season better in your opinion? If winner has 1 A plus and mostly BC quality, 47%. Second place has several A plus episodes and CD quality. Third would be 10 episodes of C plus quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So quick fire. All 29 of you vote. We want to know the answer in the next couple of minutes.
Super chat in your votes for the best season. Let us know. And don't forget to hit the like button. We need another 5 likes to get to 50. I think we can do that easily. But yeah, even if it's $2, super chat in which season to you stands out. Do it now. It's like scoring out of 10, but not quite. And is there anything we missed that you want to use as a point towards your favorite season? We did kind of glaze over a lot of stuff, honestly, but even doing it the speed we did, we're still at the 2-hour mark. So any more in-depth would have been much longer. So that's fine. Tiptoe Amber says this one felt like a movie to me, and I liked it. Now, did it just feel like a movie to you because of the Star Trek 2 type references, or was it just the main story overall? T-Man X says least favorite is season 1. The rest are best. End of season 1 was fun.
There's a poll, Stuart. Yes, there is.
There's a Paul Stewart. Yes, there is. After this whole live, which season is the best? Season 1, Welcome to Lower Deck. Season 2, Pack Lids Are Us. Season 3, Texas M5 Kills. Oops. And Season 4, this last one. This last one. That's an interesting way to sum that up.
You know.
There you go. We'll vote in the poll.
I want to know what you guys think. Like, right now, vote, guys. I really, really want to know.
Vote. 8 votes so far. We have 32 of you here. Go vote.
Because this has been a really interesting experience. I feel like I've learned something. What have you learned, Stuart? Have you, you know...
I've learned to trust my gut when I said Season 2. And... yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I think Season 2 just was impressing us again and again and again. Season 3 felt a little bit of a slump. And this one, just the overarching story didn't work for this season because they didn't embellish it enough in certain episodes. Wish there was more to it. That's what I learned.
Yeah, I learned it's they hit a bar so early. They didn't ramp up quality. They had some great ideas. The formula changed, and it can be a show of good medium ideas because, you know, you could argue very justifiably this is about the lower decks officers. You actually want mostly okay episodes because they're not these giant epic heroes. Thing is, when they do some giant epic things, they normally succeed. So it actually works to put these characters in the giant situations. But when they sort of half do it, it's like, well, you're not necessarily winning of both. But I still think Season 1 had some really good ideas, really fresh ideas. Season 2 had like half of them being standouts, which is excellent. 3 had a lot of averages. What do you think you like better, Season 3 or Season 4 then?
Season 3. Because again, it integrated the season arc story into more episodes and much better. And you kind of saw one amigo, a good friend. You kind of saw it, the writing on the wall, but not really. I mean, when you look back, at Season 4, there's nothing that indicates Locarno. There's nothing that indicates anything.
That's the thing. In theory, Season 4 has a stronger season arc because they're introduced from episode 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, right? They're all episodes, but it's the same scene again and again. Season 3, there is no big bad until right at the end, but Bonamy goes in many, so you understand he's there. You get the Rutherford reveal mid-season, which sets you up for problems. Then you get the reveal in 9, which leads into Excellent 10. So you understand the threads better, but you're not thinking it's a big bad villain, so you're not expecting something to then be disappointed. You're being led into a corner. It's like, oh, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. And obviously there's been no DS9 episode or no, this season. So I think, 3 is definitely better.
But I think Mariner's character suffered this season, though. Because there was such good development of her through Season 1 and 2, to where she's changing, she's stepping back, she's letting other people do things. To this season, we're just out of the blue, all of a sudden it's like, now she's back to her self-destructive ways. And the reveal of why was kind of like, oh, okay. No indication of that could have been a thing. Not even like the slightest little hint that they had, she knew somebody that had sacrificed themselves. You know what I mean?
And they could have had...
her character was really annoying me for most of the season.
And they could have had, and it would have felt fanness at the time. They could have had shots of her in her crew quarters with the Enterprise D and a TNG comm badge and be like, okay, what does that mean? And that was Sito's, comm badge she nicked. Or she could have told stories of Enterprise D throughout the season to show she was thinking about, being higher rank. That would have been a double-edged sword. It would have been, wow, look, fan, but also, oh, yeah. Because she knew that stuff.
Yeah.
It had meant more. Yeah, and also, she was repeating herself too much. They were spinning wheels as if they wanted to get somewhere with 3. I guess we'll get somewhere with 4, but take the entire season to get there. Which meant all the middle ones are like just the same thing again and again and again. 5 is going to be great for her, right? She can move forward, progress, do epic things. That's going to be great. 3 has been spinning wheels a bit.
Yeah. Billy Grisick, though, throws in $5, so thank you so much, Billy.
Hey, Billy.
I love season 3, but the peanut hamper episode totally ruins it for me. Just put that aside. Ignore that one. But yeah.
It was fun, though. And yet, Lynn has been good this season. Total credit.
But she was in so many episodes she wasn't in, though, this season as well.
But she was a hero in all the ones she was, pretty much. Like, when she was there, she was really there. When she was not there, she literally wasn't there.
But she could have been inserted. We've even talked about that. Like, there could have been like one or two things with her in those episodes. It was just odd to see her just absent.
Yes. I would agree. Yeah.
In General Grievous, I agree with that too. Wedge Dew is still the gold standard. Yeah. Wedge Dew.
Yeah. Be hard to beat them, I think.
Yeah.
It's also just never been done before.
And General Grievous says definitely prefer season 3 plot and resolution. Yeah.
This has been very eye-opening. I've learned, Stuart. I have learned much.
Yep. Has been. We're 1 like away from 50, guys, at the end here. So if you're one of those people that has not hit the like button, do so now.
Who wouldn't? Right. Why would everyone not click like right now? I'm so confused.
Well, I mean, we're on screen. That might be one reason for it.
That's cold. Wow, that's a giant F you to us. A self F.
As we do.
Dear me.
50 likes. We got 51 likes now. That's awesome.
And come on, must be an epic final super chat that someone wants to.
Yes, if anyone wants to super chat and has the last super chat word, now is the time. Because otherwise, Billy has the last super chat slot. So if anybody wants to just snipe in there, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Let us know. We do like your thoughts, questions, and comments.
Yes, absolutely.
It helps make us go.
Don't worry, we still have to do our retrospective of season 4.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking will be involved.
Mm-hmm. We'll get progressively more as time goes on.
Yes.
Yes.
And Team Inuk, I agree. The episode 9 of the season with the Klingon dude was awesome. The relationship between Mariner and the Klingon guy felt earned. Yes. And seeing his mouth covered in pink was badass. It's his ship.
Yeah, that purple blood. Guys, 17 votes in the poll. Come on, there's 26 of you. At least another 3 votes. Come on, get us to 20. Put your voice in, because, we just hit a stalemate. So let's break that stalemate.
Ooh. 3 more votes, guys. Come on. 3 of you out there haven't voted.
Yeah.
In the poll.
And I can also, I don't know if you probably saw it on the Facebook, Stuart. I'll show off a new thing. See what people think. I just posted this image, Stuart. Oh my god. I'm from the 1960s. The black and white meme picture, Stuart.
Yes.
Yes. So this is a tease. Although I try to find a frame of me not looking unhappy. It's difficult when you're doing single frames. This is the most happy I looked for the pre-going colour. Because the gimmick, of course, is that I'm on the 1960s TARDIS set from Doctor Who. So we start in black and white and I transition to colour after like 5 seconds. So I only have so many seconds of me in black and white. This is from the start of the Indiegogo pitch video launching on Saturday for a Doctor Who fan film of unusual coolness. So if you like Who, if you like my fan films, if you like me, then consider getting some cool things and bobs. Really happy with the posters we've invented for this, signed by cast and crew, and all new 3D art that you can't find anywhere because I made them from scratch. So yeah, it's a fun pitch video. To hear Marcus's passion about Doctor Who and being the Doctor is rather infectious, because it's like, oh,
we have a 3-way tie in our poll, by the way.
What? Wow, that
with 20
changed.
votes.
Goodness.
Squadra Course throws in $1. Stephen Fathry throws in $5. I ran a poll on Twitter asking which season folks like the most out of 162 Trek Twitter users. Season 4 at 49%, Season 3 at 24%, Season 2 at 15%, and Season 1 at 11%.
Wow.
Yeah, but they probably didn't go back and recap all of the episodes, and the latest one is fresh in your mind. So I don't know if that poll is accurate.
I don't know why you'd say this last season was the best.
No,
there's
absolutely not.
There's not enough. There's plenty of good, but it's very little amazing in it.
Yeah.
Would you agree? As in not you, but the person that put, Stephen, do you agree with that poll result?
Do you agree with your poll results? I mean, ours are shit. Not a 3-way tie anymore. It's still a 2-way tie, but. But only for second place. So.
I did, Dan. Yeah, I did. Hypno. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you liked that. It was fun to do. So yes, donate to Indiegogo if you can. It's not the biggest budget, so it does go a long way. And if you get a certain level, you get loads of posters, so that'll be fun. And there is also some Trek posters you can get in the campaign if you're interested in some from the cast. This Saturday.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's end this poll because I'm gonna have to let the dog out about looks at things. After this whole live, which season is the best? Well, the winner is season 4, the last one. Tie for second place with Packlids are Us season 2 and Texas M5 Kills. Oops, season 3. And last place is season 1.
Wow. Super interesting. And Stuart, are we doing that idea tomorrow?
Probably.
Okay, tomorrow we're doing a big one, guys. Join in. We're doing, because now there's been many seasons of many shows, we're doing top 10 modern Trek seasons. To wit, this has been quite useful to know how we rank. There'll be Discovery, Stranger Worlds, Picard, Lodex, and Prodigy. Of course, there's only one of Prodigy. Well, I guess, should we include them as 2 different halves? Is that fairer?
No.
No. Okay.
No, let's not do that.
It's just a bit sad because then, like, Discovery season 1 is 13, and then this is 10, but Prodigy is 40. 20.
Mm-hmm.
20.
Still a season.
No, I'm sure. Then Picard season 1 is Picard season 1. That's not fair. Anyway. So yeah, join us for that tomorrow. That'll be really fun. I don't know what I'm going to pick.
Yeah.
Could be controversial. I'm ready for that, Stuart. Are you ready for arguments of controversiality?
Nope. I don't like confrontation. So.
Unless they super chat for it, then you're fine with it.
Sure.
There you go.
All right, guys. I think we'll end it there. Thank you for watching, and like you said, tune in tomorrow, and we'll see you guys later. Until then, he's Commander Cockney.
He's got a Foley. Yep. Double check what you're saying there.